Hey everybody, welcome to the Wolfe Pit. Today I'm going to show you how to perfectly cook a Chateaubriand beef tenderloin roast, the perfect centerpiece for any meal. So let's get started. I'm starting off with a 2-pound USDA prime, wet-aged Chateaubriand beef tenderloin roast. Look at the intense marbling. The first thing I want to do is tie up the roast with butcher twine to ensure even cooking. I'm going to start by looping the butcher's twine around one end of the roast and tying a simple square knot. And now every 1.5 to 2 inches, I'm just going to simply wrap the butcher twine around the roast and pull it tight. And what this does is compresses the meat into a more uniform piece of meat to ensure even cooking. And once you get to the end of the roast, go ahead and bring the butcher twine up from the bottom of the roast and tie it at the point where you started. And now trim off any excess butcher's twine. And now I'm going to very liberally season all sides of the roast with kosher salt, and black pepper. And now I'm going to add a little vegetable oil to a hot skillet over medium-high heat. And now I'm going to sear the roast on all sides until I get a nice brown caramelization. And now I'm going to sear off the ends of the roast. Once all sides of the roast are nicely seared, it goes into a 325-degree oven for approximately 45 minutes or until it reaches an internal temperature of 125 degrees. Today's gourmet meats were provided by my friends at the Chicago Steak Company, who supply steaks to 5-star steakhouses across the U.S. and who will ship these same steaks directly to your doorstep on dry ice so you too can enjoy the ultimate steak experience. They also have excellent video and article resources on their site, mychicagosteak.com. Just click on the Steak University link at the top of the page. When your gourmet meats arrive on your doorstep, they'll be packed in dry ice in a styrofoam cooler and still frozen solid. Here's how the Chateaubriand that I'm cooking today arrived. Once you receive your meats, you can put them in the freezer and save them for another time, or you can put them in the refrigerator and let them thaw out overnight, which is what I did with this. Here's the Chateaubriand after slow roasting in a 325-degree oven for 45 minutes until it reached 125 degrees. Now I'm going to loosely tint with foil and let it rest for about 15 minutes before slicing. Now using the same pan we cooked our roast in, I've drained off all the excess fat, and now I'm going to add in one large sliced shallot. After the shallots have sauteed for about 5 minutes, I'm going to add a half a cup of Cabernet Sauvignon. Let it continue to boil until it reduces by half. Once the wine is reduced by half, add a half a cup of beef stock, bring it up to a boil until it slightly thickens. Now turn the heat off, add 2 tablespoons of cold butter and 1 tablespoon of fresh chopped tarragon. Now you can serve this directly on the roast or you can serve it on the side. After resting for 15 minutes, I've removed all the butcher's twine. Now I'm going to cut the roast into 1/2-inch thick slices. And there you have it, a Chateaubriand beef tenderloin roast, cooked to perfection. Beef tenderloin typically do not have a lot of flavor, but this roast was packed with such a buttery, rich flavor. Absolutely amazing. It was so tender you could cut it with a fork and it literally melted in your mouth. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you give this a try, and I'll see you next time.